Right. Well, they don't want to offer us a solution because if they offer a solution, they're out of business. They need a perpetual state of problems, so much as to where they create them in order to not put themselves out of business. I mean, if we didn't have any crisis that we needed the government for, like, why would we have a government? We wouldn't. We would say, we don't need you. We got this all sorted out ourselves.
This is about control. Everybody knows. Everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros. I don't need a plane. I just hit the road. I do what I want. I can't sell my soul. Market about to crash. This is what you chose. Ruining the country. I think that's the goal. You gonna take the mark. I take narrow roads. I'm a man of God. I can never fold.
All right. Here we go. My dude. You ready for another podcast, my man?
Hey-o.
Let's go. Here we go. Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is my co-host, Zach Grady.
That had some extra sauce on it, bro.
Well, I was going to make fun of you, but I couldn't think
saucy.
of anything. You're doing really good. You're making it really hard for me to make fun of. You know, with that mustache growing in, and I mean the beard growing in around the all the
I'm
things.
not giving you as much ammunition?
Yeah. You're a much harder target. You're usually a soft target, easy to make fun of. You know, Johnny Bravo hair, butt chin, mustache, porn star, Chimo mustache, meathead muscles, tight shirts, pretty douche level high, as those of you who know.
Very douche.
Yes,
very
douchey.
douchey.
Fortunately for you, you've got high level douche awareness. Anyhow, listen, let's get this show and get this party started. So welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast. We appreciate your support and your love. Please share the show, like the show, smash all the buttons, and do all the things that you're supposed to do to share it. We really, really appreciate it, and we need it. We need it to help the things grow.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of how this...
Well said.
Yeah, it's kind of how this shit works. So anyway, we've got we're audio only. How do you feel? How are you feeling about audio?
It's fine. I mean, I do like putting out videos. However, it's a lot better coming in here knowing that we don't have to necessarily
hair and makeup.
Yeah, no hair and makeup.
Hair and makeup's easier. Yeah, whoa, shit! For you audio only listeners, you wouldn't know this anymore. You used to know when I spill shit on the show, but I almost spilled my coffee. Speaking of, we're still on the program, so we're still not drinking.
Yep.
You still on the program. You're not even on, you haven't been. Are you drinking?
No, I haven't drank.
Oh,
no.
I haven't either. I've got like,
I did.
You fucker.
Halloween.
Hold on a second. You're so off the program, you just went back to drinking?
No, just Halloween. We were walking around. People were handing out free drinks.
It's hard on Halloween.
I couldn't say no.
Halloween was tough. Do you say Halloween or Halloween?
Halloween. Did I say hollow?
No, I said Halloween.
Halloween. But I went out with the Chesters, and right before we went out,
Bad influence.
Dustin poured some Eagle Rare. What am I going to say? No?
You could have. I did. I said no to a lot.
No, it was, and then walking around, there was free drinks. One lady made some, like
so you didn't have a drink. You had a bunch of drinks.
Several.
Several. You had several drinks.
Feeling good.
It's good. I'm glad to hear that you have no discipline and no respect for all the others who are still remaining on the program.
However, I'm in that group chat, and like almost everybody has said, "Oh, I didn't do this or that."
Yeah, I failed
today,
too.
Okay.
Yep, I failed too.
So those in glass houses.
Well, I'm still not drinking because I'm still respectful to those of which whom I started the program.
Just that one?
Just that one what?
There's just that rule? You're respectful of that?
No, I'm respectful of all the rules. I failed. I fell asleep and woke up in the morning and didn't take my picture. So, I mean,
the picture got you?
The picture got me.
God, it always does. You got to get that out of the way quick or you will forget.
I know. I the whole time for the first, whatever it was, 40 days, the picture has actually gotten me twice. Late in the game, a couple times ago when I did the program, the picture got my ass too. You'd think I would have learned. I woke up at like 5 a.m. I'm like, shit. It was literally the first thing. Like, how was it not my last thing I was thinking of when I went to sleep if it was the first thing I woke up thinking?
In a panic?
In a panic.
No.
Yeah. how did my mind in my sleep know that I had forgotten
Did you wake
that?
up like in a dead sleep?
Yeah. And then I was like,
that's great.
shit. So I woke Lindy up and I was like, hey, I don't know why my first line of business was to wake my wife up
Oh
at
my
5
God, I've
a.m.
been
and
pissed.
let her know I failed the program. And she was like, oh no, really? I'm like, yeah, I did.
Oh,
so
sucks to be you.
and then I was like, maybe it was just a bad dream. You know how dreams can roll over into the morning.
Got on the phone.
Yeah, so I got on my phone, started searching, opened the app, and it was like, did you really, you know, how the 75
he's-
Hard app. Yeah.
And he's got his arms
Talking
crossed looking
shit.
at you.
And I had to listen. We did, and it wasn't even like I could like took a selfie or a full body picture in another way. Like it was just a day that I was totally ghost.
Yeah.
The best we could do was like screenshot a video. I'm like, listen, I failed. I didn't take the picture. No matter how we chop this up.
If you are gonna fail, though, that's the one.
That's
It
the
doesn't really,
worst.
It doesn't really affect much.
Yeah,
but
that's right. So I've continued to go on the program. I haven't started over, but we're going to start over at the end of the. We've got a wedding
After your
and
trip?
after the trip. Yep, we're going to start over anyhow. Or I'm not going to start over. I'm going to do it my intention was live hard, and this was going to be the first, and then I failed that. So I'm going to start over. Now I got to start over the 75 hard. So, but and out of respect to all the others who are doing the program, I'm not just going to be like you and just say F
quit.
it and just quit and then start drinking again. So all the other things I've maintained the discipline. Plus, I didn't do it for the accolades of saying I did it. Actually, don't really give a shit about that. In fact, I did it for the mental clarity and for the lack of brain fog and good sleep that comes with, or lack of brain fog and presence of good sleep and productivity that come with being on the program. So exciting that I
was gonna tell you.
I've started to achieve those things.
Our buddy Joel Staley,
Oh yeah, Joel. What's there about him?
he came up with a.
Oh yeah, he's got an app like a fasting tracker or something.
No. I'm talking about. He came up with kind of a Frisella-esque program.
Yeah.
The November 300 challenge. So you can get 10 points a day. Did you see it?
Yeah. What is it?
Run or walk 1 mile, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 50 burpees, gallon of water, read 10 pages, call or text 3 people. I thought that was interesting.
Heather.
Make family dinner, 30-minute lift, random act of kindness.
And he's got a point system to where every time you get one of these, you get a point up. You know,
Yep.
and it's a challenge. Yeah, I like that. I
thought it
briefly
was
looked at
interesting.
that.
So
Yeah,
just like, he does those 30-day challenges. A lot,
Challenges,
and he changes them up.
And those are awesome.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. Yeah, and I think that's a cool way of doing it, like a point system, especially for his people on his program, like his actual program.
Right.
You know, he does wellness and fitness coaching as a business. Very cool. Not not our thing. So yeah, it's applicable. What he should do is he should do the 75 hard program, and he should add his own fitness regimen in for 2 workouts a day. He should, for the diet, he should take the diet of the program and add his diet and his maybe point system on that. And for the Live Hard program, he should add his point systems in. And dude, he would crush results adding like a
'cause
really dialed in programs.
What's Live Hard? You have to talk to random strangers or something? Or?
Yeah, for one of the 30-day increments, the last 30-day increments, you have to have like a meaningful conversation with a stranger every day for 30 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the things that, you know, Frisella's got a whole reasoning behind wanting to do it. But
Well,
it's
a lot
pretty
of his stuff like that, intertwining all that is business building.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, learning to sell.
Be able to talk to people.
Yeah, learning to sell because it's necessary. Which it's the worst part for me because me being the extroverted introvert that I am, most times I don't want to be in big crowds. I get anxious. I want to recluse. So, but at the end of the day, you got to power through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people would never even know that I didn't want to be in that social setting. Alcohol helps, but when you're on 75 hard, you realize, oh shit, I don't have that anymore. And then all of a sudden at day 30, you're like, oh, alcohol wasn't actually helping.
Right.
It's much easier actually being clear-minded and clear-headed. So,
and you don't make an ass of yourself.
Yeah. And you're very dialed in, you know. In most social settings where people are drinking, sobriety is an advantage for relationship building for sure, because you watch other people take the turn.
Say something they shouldn't.
Right. And you're like,
get a little out of hand.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
And you being, 100% sober, you can also identify when it's time to leave. Like, okay, this shit is getting out of control, out of hand. Nothing good's going to happen from here. Time to roll. So, yeah, that's kind of an advantage. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
I want to talk about the MrBeast thing.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
Let me read you. I want to read you this Twitter post.
Oh, it was the Wells, right?
Yeah.
And he's getting hate? I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, I want to read this to you.
All right,
It was Colin Rugg. Rugg?
No idea.
All right. Activists are upset at YouTuber MrBeast for building 100 wells across Africa that provide clean drinking water to its citizens. Although the wells provide clean water to 500,000 Africans, activists are upset with MrBeast because they're annoyed a white male was the one who solved the problem. Here, this is from the founder of FACE, F-A-C-E, Africa, Saran Kabad Jones. I've been doing this for 15 years, but we've been struggling to continue the work because funding, awareness, and advocacy all take work. Overnight, this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden, he gets all of the attention. It's kind of frustrating, but it's also understanding the nature of how the world is, she said before giving him a weak thank you. Others were upset that MrBeast highlighted the failures of the Kenyan government and maintained stereotypes that Africa is dependent on handouts. MrBeast predicted the backlash. Whatever. But I don't know, man. Like, this is why I have trust issues with organizations that take donations. And like what
took so long?
If you saw the video of him doing it, because of course he's doing it for content partially. He makes everything content
for sure,
but he's doing something good out of it, right? But if you saw the video, he literally took a drill and fucking drilled into the ground.
That's how you make a well.
And clean water was at the bottom. Like, how much money would that have taken you? Like this organization.
I think a well costs like $3,500 to drill.
Like, this organization had 15 years. You couldn't dig one fucking well. Like,
yeah, it makes you think, right? Why wasn't it done already?
Why wasn't it done already? Like,
dude,
where is this money going? And it's not just this organization. No. I'm just highlighting that, but look at where you're donating your money to and what they're doing with that money. Like, Africa didn't have fucking clean drinking water. Like, man, what are we doing? It just,
bro,
just criminal. A lot of these frickin' charities, man, are just criminal enterprises, just shaving money off the top, using it for personal gain.
The question lies is, okay, so if MrBeast, YouTuber, who by the way is a badass, I listened to him. He did a podcast. I guess it was a while back with the Nelk Boys or whatever. The Full Send podcast.
Okay.
Talking about, just building his brand and how to do it, and just, the way he built his platform and the way he builds his channel and his content is absolutely incredible.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible. And part of that was, that podcast, they were explaining how, because of their influence, that like major brands don't fully understand still, or they fully understand and they just can't do it. They don't know how to do it. And he's out there giving the, the script, giving the information on how to build it. But what he's saying is that eventually, and it's already kind of taking place, is that these people with these mega brands can literally attach whatever they want to them, and they can do it. And if it's solving world hunger or world thirst, clean drinking water, they're going to be able to do it better than anyone else. But it begs the question is, if they know, how many wells did he put?
I think he's doing 100.
So 100 wells is going to give half a million
Yeah, it was
Africans.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Okay, so if MrBeast can solve 500,000 Africans drinking water issue, MrBeast, YouTuber extraordinaire, a YouTuber,
Just a guy.
not a government. He's got no tax dollars. He's got no laws that he can just print money and create and solve problems. If he can literally in, I don't know how long it took him, couldn't be that long, a month?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
100 wells can solve that with not a lot of money. Doesn't take a lot of money. And we have the ability to print money. We've proven it. We can send trillions of dollars to foreign countries for foreign aid to fight bullshit proxy wars. How come we haven't done this? It begs the question, well, number one, is there an incentive for them not to do it?
That's what I was going to get at, because it's a smaller scale
They
example
don't want to solve
that
the
they
problem.
don't want to solve the problem. Then what reason do they have for you to give them money?
It's very easy to control hungry people. It's very easy to control thirsty people. It's very easy to control impoverished people. Why would they not solve
disease,
our own homeless problem here?
right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. There's some statistic going around along the lines of, I don't know, we sent $8 billion or whatever to Ukraine for this. We can solve our homeless problem or our hunger problem for $5 billion. Why didn't we do it?
Right.
And the reason is, well, I don't know if this is the reason, but you would ask, if they were trying to control a population, a global population, as we spoke earlier, would it be better if they were hungry? Of course.
Hungry, poor, tired,
Right.
sick.
If they can destroy the value of $1, would that make more hungry people in the United States or less? Absolutely more hungry. Is it easier to control hungry? Energy. If they can control the energy, they can control the population. Elon Musk, I think on Rogan, said something along the lines of, oh yeah, we can give the entire country energy with like a couple hundred acres of Utah or whatever he said.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, I've been there. There's not much out there. And we've got plenty of space on the earth for more people. And we can provide free energy to people with just, a couple thousand acres of Utah. And it's like, well, okay, why aren't they doing that? Why? Because it's a business. It's a business. If they solve it, they're out of business.
Right.
The same reason why the government doesn't want to solve our problems. They instead, does it ever feel like they might be creating problems and then offering us the solution?
Shocker.
Right. Yeah.
Or not.
Or not. Right. Well, they don't want to offer us the solution, because if they offer a solution, they're out of business. They need a perpetual state of problems, so much as to where they create them in order to not put themselves out of business. I mean, if we didn't have any crisis that we needed the government for, like, why would we have a government? We wouldn't. We would say, we don't need you. We got this all sorted out ourselves.
But it's just like, imagine being an activist working 15 years of your life to do this one thing, and then this one thing gets done and you're pissed off about it. And the left, man, I'm sure, is just a white guy helping a group of black people, like a rich white guy helping a group of black people,
Bro.
impoverished black, like, they can't handle it, dude. It's not a greedy, selfish white guy. It's a guy who actually wants to use his money for good.
All roads lead back to the same thing.
And capitalism led to the wells in Africa.
Yeah, but they don't want the wells, man.
I know.
They don't want the problem solved. I mean, what? Again,
Now they have to find a way to destroy 100 wells.
Yeah, how are they going to do this? Natural disaster. All of a sudden, we're going to have serious water drought issues. No more wells in Africa. We're in fear that it is exacerbating the global warming process, and if Africans continue to drink water, unfortunately, the world's going to end.
Yep.
Because that's how it
Gotta
goes.
cut them off.
So the only way to handle it is for the U.S. to print more money, and for us to send it to Ukraine.
Ukraine.
If we don't send it to Ukraine, we'll never be able to get the wheat. And then once the wheat prices go up, the microchips from Taiwan, we'll never be able to do. We've got a world war.
You know, when you say it like that, it makes sense.
Bro, it is all so stupid that we even ever believed any of this.
Good for you, MrBeast. I truly believe he wants to do good.
Oh, I think so too, man.
He's not. I mean, he makes content out of it, but I don't think it's for that.
That
clout.
dude said he
could do anything with.
He said he's got a plan to be worth $100 billion. Mr. Beast.
He's working.
The guy's name is Mr. Beast. Okay, he's making chocolate, hamburgers from ghost restaurants.
My kids, every time we went to Target, wanted to buy because he was giving away it was like a
golden
Willy
ticket.
Wonka thing.
Yeah, the golden ticket for sure.
I was like, there's 0% chance you're getting it.
Well, not zero.
Well, not zero, but
why would you say that? Why are you trying to crush it?
That's true.
What do you think?
I just didn't want to spend $100.
What was the kid's name in Willy Wonka?
Charlie.
Like what's his grandpa's name?
Stop it.
Come on. What if his Grandpa Joe? Ha! Grandpa Joe.
Oh, Grandpa Joe, it is.
I got it. Yes.
Look at you go.
What if Grandpa Joe would have told
at the
Charlie?
Chocolate Factory.
Man, they came home every night, and he would go get his little Wonka bar, and they would come home, and they were like, "God, Charlie, we got it."
I should have did that.
You should have done that. It's probably not too late. You can just feed your kids a bunch of chocolate.
Is he still doing that though?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That was a big thing for a minute though. But the guy's doing it, man. Whatever he's doing,
dude.
Good for him.
The key takeaway is that it doesn't matter if you're white or if you're like, they are mad because we are not feeding into the narrative, and we have to continue to fight against this bullshit.
They're mad he solved a problem that was bringing them money.
And just continue to solve problems. I think Mr. Beast has the exact right idea on it, which is, I'm certain, F you, cancel me if you want to.
Yep, that's what he said. He's like, I'm sure I'm going to get canceled.
Yeah, that was the headline. Or maybe that was in the text you sent.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm sure they're going to try and go after him, and he's ultimately going to say, it doesn't matter. And he's just a good dude. He's not breaking any rules. He's doing well. He's doing good for humanity all over the place. Yep. He's always doing humanitarian stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. God bless Mr. Beats. Keep giving him money. Keep supporting that young man, because
here it is.
He's going to be the one to change the world.
I already know I'm going to get canceled because I uploaded a video helping people. And to be 100% clear, I don't care.
I love that. What does he have to care? He's got FU money, man. He can do whatever he wants.
He does have FU money.
Yeah. Cancel him if you want to.
Yeah.
And if YouTube cancels him, guess what?
Even if you tried, you couldn't.
No, because
he's got such a following.
He's got a big enough following. He can launch a competing platform with YouTube and crush YouTube. He's got his own studios, multiple studios. Mm-hmm. He's got his own staff, which is big time staff, content creators, and a following. I mean, that will, no matter where he goes, they will follow him. He's got all the information.
Who don't care about politics or canceling anything.
They don't care about any of that.
Yeah, they just like Mr. Beast.
They like Mr. Beast. They're going to follow him. I think he's got YouTube, and he's doing a good job respecting it. Like, he doesn't want any beef with YouTube.
Right.
He understands that, he's on an advertisement-driven platform. The advertisements are going to control some narratives. He's willing to toe that line.
Yep.
But ultimately, if you want to cancel him for doing some good, like, you're going to line his pockets.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He could make more money, probably.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure YouTube is going to tiptoe.
It's a mutual respect.
Yeah, I'm sure YouTube is going to tiptoe right around Mr.
They need
Beast's
him.
wants and needs.
Imagine that, though, dude. He got big enough where YouTube almost needs him more than they need.
I mean, it's kind of like Rogan.
YouTube.
I mean, what would
Rogan,
Spotify do if Rogan took all of his following?
Yeah.
They don't want to cancel him. I don't know what his deal looks like to where, he might be locked in for life. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, you get that much of a following, dude. You own the market. Any market like that, you can really do whatever you want.
There's
these
people that are doing it, man.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you don't, if you're not pushing the political narrative, the quiet stuff that they're not allowed to say, which he's not getting involved in that. Anyway, All right, let's wrap this thing up, man. Fun
Good talk.
conversation. Yeah, I appreciate it. MrBeast, who would have thought we'd be sitting in here talking about the Beast Burger, which, by the way, if you're looking for a tasty, delicious treat.
Is it good?
Beast Burgers?
Yeah.
They're like greasy,
So,
yeah. They're like flat, the smash burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Super greasy, delicious, like Steak and Shake, butter burgers and shit.
Bunch of fat and lard. And
Fat and lard
Get
and
it in
grease, and they got like bacon and extra fatty sauces and anyway, thank you all for joining. We appreciate your love and support. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for subscribing. If you made it this long, please share the show. We greatly appreciate it. Zach, any other final words before we
You
close
can
this
find
thing?
us on Apple or Spotify.
Tell 'em where to
and
find us.
wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Stay on YouTube, but certainly go and follow us on our audio channels wherever you find podcasts. If you can't find us there, send a message into the show. We'll certainly look at getting onto other platforms. We're not discriminating. We just are where we are.
Yep,
Anyway,
for sure.
thank you all for joining us. As always, find your purpose, serve your purpose, and protect your purpose, people. Peace.
Peace.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah. All right.